Alright there, this is Justin Winabo, the ThrashMetalGuru. Welcome to the very first, and I am proud to say, the very first trailer review that I'm going to be doing, and how is a great way to do it by doing a trailer review of Star Wars Rogue One. This is the official trailer. There was another one before this one, which I'll get into a little bit more into my detailed information on that one in a minute. But this is the one I'm also psyched for. Apart from it, because I've seen so many fantastic trailers from Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Suicide Squad's trailer, what was another, Deadpool. These are practically films that have gotten my attention, and they have pretty much, I've been setting more higher expectations as we go, so we're going to get started here on the recording. So we're going to play it right now.
The world is coming undone. Imperial flags reign across the galaxy.
Can you be trusted without your shackles?
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
We've a mission for you. A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know how to destroy it.
If you're really doing this, I want to help. Good. I've been recruiting for the rebellion for a long time.
We destroyed our home. I fight the Empire now.
I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it.
The captain says you are a friend. I will not kill you.
Thanks. There is a magic.
Kick ass.
Every day they grow stronger.
That's pretty impressive.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
He means well.
Oh my god, that music is just...
Make a real difference.
Dude, it sends shivers down my spine.
Are you with me?
All the way.
Fuck yeah. That's so awesome. Oh! I just saw it with my own eyes. Okay. So, wow, there's a lot that I have to go through here to the beginning. So, as we may see, I'm going to actually just break this down right before we get to the very beginning, is that I had to write some of the names down because I couldn't pronounce the character names in the more efficient way, so I have some of them written down. But let's get to the obvious ones that I really want to go through. That obviously, Felicity Jones is actually going to play a character called Jyn Erso, which that's easy to pronounce. And then there was another one by Diego Luna. I can't really pronounce that name. All I know is he goes by the captain. I didn't really get the other last name. But Forrest Whitaker, I've never seen Forrest Whitaker in a Star Wars movie before. And the name that he actually goes under is called Saw Gerrera. I can't pronounce this one correctly though, but I've never expected. I think he was supposed to be a Mandalorian from what I kind of saw in the other reviews or from other hints or theories about what the movie's going to present to us. So anyways, let's actually go on through this, and I'll get to the rest of the characters here in a moment. But right here we have our very beginning of what appears to look like Tatooine, or maybe Jakku, or it could be another planet. So you can't really be fooled because, you know, they kind of fooled us before in the other trailers of The Force Awakens. So you can't really, you know, spot on everything, so. I love that music. Okay, so this is basically our main protagonist here, which is Jyn Erso. I keep mispronouncing that. Jyn Erso. I keep messing that up. But yes, this is our main protagonist of the movie.
It's coming undone.
Oh, let me go back to that. That is Forrest Whitaker, and from the look of it, he looks like he is dressed in Mandalorian gear from what I'm looking at. So this is Gerrera. So this is something that Forrest Whitaker is someone that I'm really interested in looking to the role of how he fits into this, because this is something pretty cool, because I've seen him in other movies, but I've never expected him to be in a Star Wars movie. And then we have a giant kind of fortress-like canyon right below a Star Destroyer.
Flags rain across the galaxy.
Lucasfilm, obviously.
Can you be trusted without your shackles?
And then, of course, this is Diego Luna as the captain. Now, this character is really a little bit somewhat of a familiar, and this is part of my ignorance for this, because if you watch Star Wars Episode 4, there's a scene where Luke Skywalker runs into a friend of his. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, and feel free to, because, like I said, I actually want to try to be accurate with this as possible, so if you guys correct me on this, I won't mind it. Now, I'm speculating this is actually one of the childhood friends of Luke Skywalker from back in the day before he ended up getting killed within the Rebel assault on the Death Star from Episode 4 of Star Wars. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I believe this is the character that Luke Skywalker would eventually run into a few years down the road within the, you know, the actual legacy of the actual films.
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
Now, okay, this is another one that kind of really shows. This one is like a giant throwback to like the 70s. Because obviously, when you're looking at familiar faces, this is definitely one of them you can definitely see in Star Wars Episode 4. So they really brought back some old school stuff right here with the monitor, the actual technology area, and a familiar face right there. I mean, obviously played by a different actress, which, pardon my ignorance too, I don't really have the name for, but you can kind of tell what they're doing here. So they're kind of throwing back a little bit of stuff, so it's cool for us to see. It kind of gives us that moment.
We've a mission for you. Major weapons test.
And then, of course, we have our big-ass Star Destroyer, which we kind of seen before in the other previous trailer.
It is imminent. We need to know how to destroy it.
Now, this part to me was the most interesting technological-wise, is that now you're seeing a little bit of how the Death Star is kind of piecing together how it is or how it was before.
Really doing this. I want to help.
And they kind of mixed in a little bit of the CGI modeling into that. They actually made it work.
For a long time.
We destroyed our home.
Okay, this is another major character that's coming up. I don't actually have the name or the actor name as well, but I do need to research into that. But I do know he's going to be playing another good role within the set of the movie.
By the Empire now.
I fear nothing.
Okay, so right before I get into this character here, I believe I have the name down for this one. But this one right here, this is also something pretty new and something that they haven't shown before within a Star Wars movie. I think they've done it before in the trailer, which will bring me to my next point here, is that this is something completely new that I've never seen, apart with the old school Stormtroopers. And what kind of looks like, you know, in a way, it does look like Mos Eisley's spaceport in a way, but I'm not coming to that speculation, but this is something kind of new here. Now, one of the trailers kind of revealed that there was like a trooper in black and there was flames going up in a desert-like area, which actually had the antennas up in the ground. I'm actually speculating that this is actually a recreational scene. I'm only theorizing this, that it's a recreational scene of how they discovered the droids, I believe, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure, but because the setting in the area is very familiar around, if you actually watch the other trailer. And I'm coming to the speculation that that is how Luke Skywalker's, you know, foster parents, in that way of Uncle Ben and Aunt Beru, were killed in that area. I could be wrong, but I'm only speculating. Okay, so this guy right here, I had to take a note for this character down. Okay, so Chirrut Imwe, which is also played by Donnie Yen, this guy is a fucking kick-ass martial artist when it comes to stormtroopers invading an area. Check it out. So you saw a little bit of some kung fu action right there, so that's pretty good. So no lightsaber needed for that. Of course, we have our droid friend here.
I will not.
Interesting enough, because he has the Imperial marking right on his shoulder, which is kind of weird. So he's most likely a reprogrammed droid, and according to what he says about the captain, that's his friend. So I'm guessing that this droid was actually reprogrammed by the captain.
Thanks. There isn't much time.
And And of course now, this is kind of a little reminiscent of the Star Wars The Force Awakens a little bit. You're kind of seeing a little reminiscent of it because you're seeing kind of like how the sun is kind of like going away. So it's kind of giving you that reminiscent of Starkiller Base a bit. But I gotta say, the setting looks pretty damn good.
Every day they grow stronger.
Okay, so by the looks of this is our main antagonist. This is going to be one of them, obviously, but I'm guessing the feeling is that, since we obviously know Darth Vader is in this film, but I'm guessing this is going to be one of our main antagonists we're going to be most likely focusing on. Because Darth Vader doesn't really appear until the end of the trailer, which does spark some good kind of way of guessing how long of a role he's going to be in there, which I'm hoping he plays into a good long bit of a role, because it's not Star Wars. When you're going back into the old school days in a bit, you're kind of, you know, putting together stuff. It's not Star Wars without Darth Vader. Then, of course, we have our old school action sequence. So, like I said, it's not going to be Jedi stuff. It's going to be mostly soldiers firing upon, you know, in environmental areas. So it's most likely focused on the soldiers or the rebellion rather than the actual point of Jedi. Because obviously, you know, we're down to only about, what, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, and basically what's to be Luke Skywalker in the future.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
Ooh, and I missed that. See, these soldiers right here, this is what I was talking about in the previous trailer, when I was talking about the previous trailer. I'm sorry, I didn't mix that together properly, sorry. But these were the guys that I was talking about right here in that familiar scene where that's the supposed moisture farm. And by the looks of the guns, you know, it kind of looks like... Obviously, there's a smile. And that's the humorous part. The mechanic is just like, what the fuck? So you're kind of seeing a little bit of humor, kind of like it is before.
This is our chance.
And I gotta say, that music is, like I said, it's giving chills down my spine every time I watch this. And it's so moving to see it like that and to hear it. It goes well with the trailer.
With me.
Okay, and now it brings me to this part. This is a scene that's really kind of getting on my mind here because, I mean, obviously, when you're looking at TIE fighters, you know, obviously a stormtrooper is going to ride. But then again, you know, who else could it be? Who else could be in there? Because we also did see in the other trailer that she was disguised as a Imperial trooper or an Imperial pilot. But could this be something? Could this actually be like a rendezvous area, or could this actually be an ambush? Because we got to remember, it could be like a before and after scene before then, because you saw her in the Imperial pilot's outfit. So this could be something right here.
All the way.
Star Wars Rogue One. And that, my friends, right there is one of the most interesting things of the trailer by all, is to see the return of Darth Vader. Kick ass once again. I'm so looking forward to this. I don't know what to say. So that is basically what you're looking at for Star Wars itself as the trailer review. So this is actually a pretty kick-ass trailer to see. And as you can tell, it's already getting a lot of hype. There's 155,000 subscribers, which is not really much compared to the hype of how there's millions of fans, but I'm definitely giving it a like, definitely. So I definitely recommend you check out this trailer. It's one you gotta see. Alright, so I'm really thrilled and ecstatic. We got some new characters and all. So one thing I did also forget to mention is that Mads Mikkelsen, who was also in the James Bond... not the Quantum Solace, it was the Casino Royale. He was also in Perseus. Those are the two films that I mainly know where he's from in that part. But he's also playing a role within these this part of the movie as well, which I'm really excited for. I really want to know what part he plays, but like one of the characters that really got my interest was definitely Forrest Whitaker. So what I'm guessing is I think he's playing a Mandalorian, so I'm kind of looking forward to how that is. So I'm pretty hyped up for this. I don't really know how to end it, but this is basically my review of the Star Wars Rogue One trailer. It is kick-ass. I'm so hyped for it. Even people are saying that's a trailer. Dude, a lot of people, it's getting hype. So this is basically where I'm going to end it off. So thank you guys. This is my analysis of the Star Wars Rogue One trailer. To me, kick-ass. Definitely check it out. Prepare yourself December, because I have a great feeling it's going to be a great movie. And if not, well, it'll come back to bite me in the ass. But I'm going to give it I'm going to go in with some very, very higher standards now. So let's see how this goes. Anyways, I'm Justin Winterbow, the ThrashMetalGuru. You guys have a wonderful day.